Hello, everyone. I know that it's been a while since I came and spoke with you all. Number one, it was my 20th anniversary as a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, right? Beautiful woman. I'm having peppermint tea. So that was exciting. And I got together with all of my line sisters. We had a nice little virtual Zoom, which we talk in a group chat, but we don't talk in person as much. Or even on her, yeah, and we don't hang out as much. And I'm not going to make an excuse by saying it's because we are busy. I think that's a poor excuse. Um, that's a poor excuse. But hold on. Sorry. Really, it is because, I think we just take advantage of the fact that there's always tomorrow. And so we're building on our sisterhood. We're trying to mend fences, get over the past, and kind of go forward, which is really nice to do, even though sometimes we have moments where we want to hold each other back from having that movement. Uh, Number two, what else has happened? Um, I got a job for the fall semester, and so I'm really excited about that. It doesn't start until August. I'm hoping they push me to start in July so I can do all my onboarding and training and stuff like that. I get paid for that, hopefully, cross fingers and toes. I don't know, but at least it is something. I really don't like this lipstick. I'm trying to use all my old lipsticks, but this one has got to go. Maybe I just don't have a full-fledged makeup, and that's why the lipstick's not working, but it's not working. It doesn't, it's not working. And I do want to recommend, there is I was taking this Kiehls, and it's called Ginger Leaf and Hibiscus Firming Mask. And it's actually, let me say this, it's an overnight mask, and it's actually, I do like it, but I would not use it often. I did use it often for a while, and it it was too much for my skin. It made my skin a little too oily to the point where I had pimples that broke out. I had two pimples, one actually right in the corner of my nose, which is strange. And it's strange for me, and one right here. And so I really was like, okay, that I still could use it, but maybe like once a week, but not on I put a mask. I have a whole routine where I do a mask every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, in the morning and at night. And then um, I do a scrub and everything, and it just really kind of, and then I do moisturize. Um, and I have to be careful of the different types of moisturizer because I keep trying them so I can see if I can recommend them to you. It's just really because some of them is based on the time of the year. So like if it's during the warmer months, I would never use a thick moisturizer. I would actually, and this is why I really, really like Bobbi Brown's Extra, the treatment lotion, because it's so light that I'll put it on because I'll put it on before I'll even put foundation on because it seeps into my skin really quickly. And whereas the other moisturizers will lay on it and take a while, and then it makes my foundation look kind of cakey. That one doesn't. So it's really, really good. It's super, super light. Anywho, I decided to be super late, and there's a few things I am going to watch And for this week, I just wanted to finish out a show that I'm watching on Apple TV. I wanted to finish the drama series of Apple TV, and I'm almost done. And so I wanted to do that before I hop over and watch them and do a review on it. But I'll watch them and do a review by the end of the week. But I do want to talk about, so I am late with this. I thought about doing this a while ago, but I just kind of got busy. Kong versus Godzilla. And I think we need to talk about it. So I've been hearing mixed reviews. I've actually been hearing a few people who really, really like the movie. And it really, really boggled my mind because I was like, are we watching the same movie? I don't think we're watching the same movie. It's impossible for me to believe that you are watching the same exact movie that I'm watching. And I say that with all sincerity. Seriously, what are we watching? Okay, Kong versus Godzilla. Let's start from the beginning. And Godzilla, the first movie, Godzilla. For some insane reason, someone thought that Godzilla would be a nice little film that we get to think about all of the other characters. So they thought that Godzilla would be a really great movie where we got to know all of the people and have very little fighting of God. See, we see very little of the fighting of Godzilla. We see more of the destruction caused by Godzilla and the fighting. And you're like, but isn't this movie Godzilla? And so that went terribly wrong because nobody goes, Godzilla's storylines suck. And if you're going to make me like the storyline, you're going to make me think about the effects of Godzilla's destruction and how people come together to stop Godzilla, like that's what you think that I care about, then you got me all twisted. So that was a fail. And actually, more importantly, forgettable. I forgot about that one. Then Godzilla. Then second is Kong, Skull Island. Okay. I actually preferred that one, but what's interesting about that is I actually preferred that one, and it totally slipped my mind, except Mo Kelly reminded me, Elizabeth, it was based off of Joseph Conrad. And I was like, really? And then I had to go back. At first, I was like, no. I was like, it makes sense. And then it took me about 8 hours because I was like, maybe I'll go back and watch it. And then I paused and I was like, I don't think I really want to see it again. Then I went back and it took me about 8 hours to really process what he said. And I mean, the intro scenes are littered with Conrad reminders. And I absolutely vehemently hate Joseph Conrad. And I think there's so many racist authors, but he definitely is the top of my list of the fact of I would hate that I hate that it's still taught. Anywho, so Kong Skull Island, I think the reason why I kind of like it is because I like the cinematography of it. I like the fact that it looks like it's filmed in the 70s. I like the fact that, well, first off, it's Sam Jackson, so I kind of like him. I mean, I don't kind of like him. I do like him. So watching him is pretty interesting. And he's one of the best things part of the show. And the storyline wasn't the worst thing in that one. There weren't as many holes in the storyline with that one. They seem to have tried to make it make somewhat of a sense, even though it's kind of whimsical. Because am I to believe that there's an island of overgrown things that no one has ever witnessed, and it's just in a fog somewhere? Okay. I mean, okay. So then the the third movie comes out, which was Godzilla, um, King of the Monsters, and the storyline was not good. It was better than the first Godzilla, and uh, I mean, the storyline was just not good. Like, and but the reason why that isn't a bad movie is because it gave us what we wanted. Stop, Lyle. It gave us what we wanted. And what we wanted was, he's looking at me like I lost my mind. Okay. What we wanted was this. We wanted to see all of the fighting, and we cared less. The people did not matter as much as the fighting. Hey. And they did an excellent job at putting the fighting first, the people second. And for that, thank you, thank you, and thank you again. And so therefore I liked it. I liked it. The movie was good. I enjoyed it. It was fabulous. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Hand clap. The story and the people, it was shaky. I mean, I still can't understand how anybody doesn't wear gloves in Antarctica. I don't get that. But am I going to be nitpicky? No. Kong versus Godzilla comes along. And there's so many problems with this movie. And part of it is because it just literally copied and pasted from all of these different, this movie would have been okay if they would have focused on just a few ideas, not say, let's put every movie we've ever seen, every sci-fi movie, and throw it all together in a Kong Godzilla movie and bake it up into a cake and give it to the people. And that's what they did. So let me ask. There's so many holes in the story. Like, I'm imagining Kong is pretty heavy. So how were they able to airlift Kong to Antarctica? How is it that Kong was able to, and I've seen this movie 3 times, and I still am sad because how is it that Kong was supposed to lead the way to the center of the universe, whatever kind of thing, the center of the earth kind of creation story that they're coming up with, but then he's knocked out? So does he just not lead the way? Like, is it his senses that leads the way? Like, I don't understand. Godzilla, why are you shooting him with bullets? Like, when a nuclear bomb was the thing that brought him to life, and you're going to shoot him with bullets? Uh, I mean, it was so difficult to watch. And then why do we have the podcast, dude? What was the use of the podcast? That whole storyline. What? And you're going to tell me that a dude who is creating this Kong, this metal Kong, you're going to tell me that he has no security, that a kid and a dude with the podcast, 2 kids and a dude with a podcast can get through all of security. And then you're going to tell me that all the the metal Godzilla could be stopped with just throwing water on the machine. That's the level of sophistication that we can do. It is so bizarre at how bad this movie is. Like, I mean, and the fighting was enough to make it not the worst, because I still think Godzilla, the first one, is the worst. But it's just, ugh. And the thing is that the movie has so much potential to do better. I mean, such potential. I'm not even upset that in the center of the earth, first of all, I'm mad at the storyline of the center of the earth because I hated the book, The Journey of the Center of the Earth. And the two movies, the old movie, they had a series about it. They had another new movie. All of it sucked. So this storyline is like, really? This is what we're doing? This in 2021 is the best you can do? I'm sorry. And then that makes me even madder because this movie was ready to go in 2020 and y'all had a whole nother year to put this out and you didn't fix the movie. Like, and can somebody tell me what happened to all of the monsters who were let out and were called to Boston? They were roaming the world. What happened to all of them? Did they just go back home? Like, and how did you build this encapsule around Kong? How did that happen? How? How did you do this? And nobody noticed that he knows how to sign. I mean, one of my Nerdorama people, my friends, he made a comment. He's like, so King Kong's vision is as good enough to learn how to sign from a 5-year-old. See, that's being nitpicky. Good point, but very, very nitpicky. I The bottom line is King Kong, they didn't in this 2020, 2021, they didn't want another blonde woman to be his love interest because they know that it's racist. They know that the whole King Kong enterprise is based on racism, and they didn't want a boycott in this hashtag Black Lives Matter world. Wish they would have had a boycott in hashtag Black Lives Matter world. I just cannot. Like, this movie just that's what it is. Like, I mean, so if somebody says this movie is so good, it's one of the best movies they've seen in a while, they are lying. The lies. My son, I used to say it to my son all the time, and now he tells me the lies you tell. And that's how I feel. Somebody says this is a good movie, it is the lies they tell you, and they are shameful. They should be held accountable for the lie because it's not good. I'm so sorry. It's not good. It is not good. So I think I should be back by Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest, because there's a couple things I want to watch. Them and it's another series on HBO that I want to watch. Um, so I definitely want to come back at least Friday or Saturday. Have a great afternoon. Bye.